So, as we continue our Summer Fulfillment series, today we want to talk about your being affects your reality. Who you are affects what you get or what you have. Critical philosophy for fulfillment. But before I do that, let's go back and just kind of make sure we quickly summarize what we've covered so far. We've covered what fulfillment means. Fulfillment, we said, was the next level beyond success. Fulfillment refers to lasting success and happiness, a life of lasting success and happiness. We also said that in order for you to become fulfilled, you needed to adapt three things, three P's. You needed to adapt philosophy of fulfillment. Philosophy has to do with the kind of life you see for yourself and the way you see life. Very critical to the kind of life that you will have. All right. We also said that you needed to understand the principles of fulfillment. Principles are laws that govern how life will go. Yeah, they are like formulas that you follow in order to be able to get certain results. So if you adopt a fulfillment principle, you will yield fulfillment results. And so understanding fulfillment principle is very, very key. And then thirdly, we talk about practice. You need to incorporate fulfillment habits, fulfillment rites, and fulfillment rituals in your daily life so that those will help you to build a fulfilling life. Because philosophy and principles are more conceptual. Practice is where you now distill those philosophy and principles into everyday consistent actions that will yield to yield the kind of life that you're trying to build. And so today we're now shifting our focus on a critical fulfillment philosophy, and that fulfillment philosophy is the quality of your being will yield the quality of your reality. So the world you live in, the world you generate for yourself, the conditions you create for yourself is tied into who you are. And when I talk about who you are, we're all human beings. I know that, but I'm talking about the quality of person that you are. Now, it's very important to understand that because you will produce after our own kind. Okay, we cannot plant an apple seed and expect it to yield orange. Neither can we expect a pregnant dog to give birth to a bird, right? We yield after our own kind. What we produce comes out of who we are. And so it is critical to understand that when we upgrade the quality of who we are likely to upgrade the quality of our results and affect our reality. So, okay, it's important to understand that mainly because it saves your energy for trying to change your conditions and change other people. It's hard to change other people. Impossible, I must say, to change other people. And changing your condition will still give you the same result because it's the same old you. Your results come from you. I've seen people change from one city to another city, and still their life is still the same. I've seen people change from one relationship to another and to another, and yet they yield the same relationship results. You attract the kind of life that who you are attracts the kind of life that you have. And when I talk about attract, I'm not even talking about it in any sort of mystical sense. I'm talking about it more from a sense of the fact that the way you are built, what you are made of, your substance, your constitution, will work in such a way that the conditions that eventually actualizes around you, those conditions are directly tied into your constitution. So your constitution is like a cause and your condition is like an effect. You understand that? So the quality of who you are is a quality cause that will yield to a quality effect the quality condition. We need to understand that, because when we understand that, like I said, it will prevent us from spending time changing other people and changing our conditions, but it will also help us to do the right thing and focus on working on ourselves, working on improving ourselves, working on upgrading ourselves. Because when we work on upgrading ourselves, we are able to uh, have better quality us. Okay, and a better quality you will therefore yield to a better quality condition and a better quality results in your life. It's very critical you understand that. And there's no greater gift you can give yourself than working on yourself and just making yourself a better person. And here are 5 areas that I want you to focus on as you work on upgrading yourself. Okay, 5 areas. You need to upgrade your philosophy. You need to upgrade your mission. You need to upgrade your value, your value system. You need to upgrade your standards, and you need to upgrade your capacity. Okay, it's very, very important that you work on these areas. What are your philosophies? Your philosophy, as I said again, is the way you see the world, and the way you see life, and the life you see for yourself. If you have a small vision, you need to have a bigger vision. It affects who you are. You have a bigger vision and you walk differently. It pulls you forward differently. Broaden your vision for your life, okay, and change the way you see life. Instead of seeing life as unfair, or seeing life as something that you're not going to make it through, see life as a place of infinite possibility. See yourself as not a victim, but see yourself as a creator, co-creating your own environment and co-creating your own world. As you see yourself in those new light, it is a shift of philosophy from a lower level philosophy to a higher level philosophy. So first thing you need to do is to change your philosophy, but you also need to change your mission. Some people have not even thought about what their mission in life is, but if you haven't done so yet, you need to do so now. But sometimes unconsciously we do express a certain kind of mission and your mission is actually when you answer the critical question of why am I here, you establish what your mission is. The one thing in life that you focus on, like a military person goes on a mission, they have a specific thing that they're there to do. Go in, rescue the person, and get out. Why are you on earth? What is the one thing you're here to do that you must focus on doing? And so it might require a little bit of thinking about why you are about that. And you need to do the thought process. You need to really think about it in such a way that you can answer that question, because that will drive your life on a totally different level when you can establish your mission. Now, typically your mission will come from intersection between the needs around you, the needs that are prevalent around you, and 2 things in you: your passion and your natural abilities. When those 3 things meet, it establishes what your mission is. Now, I always tell people my mission is to impact and empower millions of people to live the best life possible. That's my mission. Before I die, I want millions of people to say that this man, because of him, I was able to improve my life this much. Okay? I want people to do that. That's my mission. What is your mission? And another thing I must mention about mission, it has to be greater than yourself. It's not about you. It is about the world. It's about what you are here to do in the world. What unique contribution are you here to offer? Defining that in a clear, simple sense, but a powerful sense that drives you is important. So, second thing you need to do, right? You need to be able to upgrade your mission. If you never had one, have one. That would change your life. But now, if you do have a mission, then you need to now go ahead and make sure your mission is upgraded. It's a global mission. It goes beyond your community. It's bigger, because the bigger it is, the more it stretches you into being more and doing more. Very important. Then you have to be clear about your values. there got to be things that you stand for. You know that old saying, if you don't stand for anything, you will fall for anything. Okay, so if you don't stand for certain things, you will fall for anything. It's important that you have values. There got to be things that you stand up for that are so valuable to you that you were willing to fight for them. Okay, and I'm not talking about fight in terms of war or like just causing ruckus, but I'm really talking about they're so important to you that you're willing to sacrifice for them. And sometimes if you have to fight, you have to fight. But that's not what I'm promoting here. But I'm promoting something that you will not compromise for. Okay, certain things that are very important for you will stand up for them. And so what are values for me? And values for me, value is constant education. Is what very important. I value that. That's something that I take very, very seriously, that I have to learn something new all the time. Okay, value for me is also individuality. My wife and I talk about that all the time. We're a couple, but yet we create space for each other to be themselves. Individuality is very important when it comes to value. Human rights is very important to me too, and that's something I will stand up for. If I see someone else's human rights being abused, I will stand up for it. So take time and think about those things that are very, very valuable to you, things that you will stand up for, things that you will not let other people, you wouldn't see other people doing and just let it go, but you will step in and do something. Okay, but particularly the values for your life. What do you value the most in your life? Now, the next thing is standard. And I know sometimes these things almost cross over each other, but standards, but they're different, okay? Standards has to do with the things that you must do and the things that you must have, okay? Things that you must do and things that you must have. Very, very critical that you clarify what your standards are. And for me, my standards, I have standards that says that I really have to deliver my best every time I do something. High quality and excellence is my standard. Okay, standards are those is what you it's the yardstick that you hold yourself by, and making sure that your standards are not whatever, but making sure that your standards are specific and your standards are very high. This is what I want, and this particular thing I must have all the time. Okay, very important. Make sure that your standards are not whatever, but your standards are very specific and very high. Take time to set standards for yourself in terms of your body, in terms of your intellectual capacity, in terms of your skill building, or your skill building skill for yourself, or capacity building. Take time to develop standards for that, and ensure that you are setting standards, specific standard, that this is what I must have, nothing less from myself. Demand that from yourself. Because when you develop standards for yourself, you will meet those standards, and those standards will change your life. Okay? And then finally, there is capacity building. Okay, you can have great philosophy, you can have a great mission, you can have a great sets of value and standards. But if you do not have the capacity to deliver, then you still have a problem. Okay, you need to develop your capacity to deliver. And when I talk about capacity, I'm talking about the extent of your understanding and the extent of your skill set. Okay, how do you understand your extent of your capacity and I'll say that again. I'm talking over myself. But the extent of your understanding and your skill set to be able to understand and navigate through life and deliver contribution. Okay, deliver quality contribution. Now, how well do you understand every aspect of your life? And the degree to which you understand what will cause you to be fit, the degree that you understand what will cause you to be healthy, the degree to which you understand how to do the things that will cause you to be fit and healthy, the degree to which you understand what what it takes, your intellectual gaps, and how to fill those intellectual gaps. Very important to be able to understand those kind of things and be able to fill those intellectual gaps. Do you know how to make decisions for yourself? How great is your communication skill? How do you understand your emotional triggers and how to be able to work with your emotional, how to manage your emotional trigger, how to be able to flick on a particular emotion to your advantage. Do you understand those type of things? So you need to understand yourself and be able to master yourself in such a way. So it's that understanding and that capacity for mastering yourself that I'm really talking about when I talk about capacity. But it is also asking yourself, when you talk about the life that you see yourself having, your vision about yourself, asking yourself the question, what sort of skills and what sort of attitude that I need to develop in order to be able to achieve the kind of life that I desire for myself. Okay, so do I need to go to school? What school do I need to go to? What course do I need to take? What sort of habits and what sort of attitudes do I need to develop? Where can I find that? Do I need a mentor? Do I need a coach? Where can I find these things and how can I develop them? But at the end of the day, your ability to expand your level of understanding and your ability to expand the amount of skill sets that you have to be able to improve and increase your ability to navigate through life and your ability to deliver quality results is very critical. It makes you a completely different person. You are that person that have to fly from Europe to America or from America to South Africa just to be able to deliver a solution that nobody else could deliver. Your value has gone up because of your capacity. You see what I'm saying? So you can hang around your friends and your friends see you as someone who you're used to hang around the neighborhood together. But inside of you, it's a whole bigger vision of yourself in terms of the life that you want to have. Inside of you, it's a different value system. Inside of you is a totally different standard. And inside of you lies the capacity to do so much more. You're a different person. When you upgrade these things, you become a different person. And when you become a different person, you attract a whole different reality to yourself. It is very important that you realize that. Stop trying to change other people. Stop trying to change your condition. You don't have control over the economy. You don't have control over, society, but you have control over yourself. Upgrade yourself and upgrade your life to a fulfilling life. I want to thank you for just tuning in today and just taking time to watch this video. And I will say that, hey, go ahead and subscribe to the channel, like the video if it resonated with you, share your comments with me so that I can make the other videos better. But it's been a wonderful journey and we're just so grateful that you joined us. Thank you. Bye-bye.